Alright, gang, coming up next, the RWL Women's Gulf Coast Championship being defended by Powerhouse Patti Powers, set to go one-on-one against the legendary Trish Stratus.
This next match, one fall with a 15-minute time limit, is for the RWL Women's Gulf Coast Championship.
And here's Patti's challenger tonight for the Women's Gulf Coast title. Trish Stratus is a Hall of Fame diva legend, veteran of both the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression eras in WWE, and that totally qualifies her for the Gulf Coast title shot against Patti. Patti, too, is back on track after a rough spell last month, and she's remained very consistent with her title defenses outside of that one slip she and Danielle had with the Angels of Anarchy. But that appears to be in the rear view for Patti now.
And whoa, baby, here comes the powerhouse half of American Powers. A women's world tag champ, the ladies legends champion, and the women's Gulf Coast title in question this evening. Patti has them all and has held on tight. Doesn't make much of a difference whether they're in a tag match together or doing single title defenses like tonight. American Powers has been extraordinarily successful for just about a year and a half now.
Both Danielle and Patti sporting pretty solid win-loss records in single competition, especially with any of those titles at stake. Boy, it sure seems like a wild schedule. They go through this every few weeks. Gotta be hard to keep up.
Oh, it is very hard for them to keep up, but they managed to keep doing it. Like you said, it was that one little slip with the Angels of Anarchy last month. But outside of that, they have been pretty much unstoppable, both she and Danielle Heathcote.
Challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Please welcome Trish Stratus. Her opponent from Tampa, Florida. She's an RWL Triple Crown champion and the current Women's Gulf Coast champion, Powerhouse Patti Powers.
Dear Powerhouse Patti, in front of a hometown Florida crowd defending that Women's Gulf Coast Championship, and man, she is especially proud of that one. Like the Joyce Grable Championship and Danielle Heathcote, she's especially pleased to have that one in her possession. Referee Willie Johnson, tough as a Timex, takes a licking and keeps on ticking. All right, the Women's Gulf Coast title on the line here. The bell rings. Here we go. Trish Stratus charges, misses with the clothesline. Patti Powers takes herself outside, then back inside. Kick to the midsection, a hard right. And a slam of the head of Trish Stratus down to the canvas. An overhand right from Patti Powers. Swing and a miss. Trish Stratus catches a knee from Patti. Patti nails her with a right that spins her around. Trish Stratus counters with an elbow. Patti spins her around with another right. Has her by the hair. Boom. Hard overhand right across the chest of Trish Stratus. Powerhouse Patti all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Goes there. Elbow across the chest. Patti covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. But no. Trish Stratus powering out of the pin. Patti Powers goes to work on a down Trish Stratus. Trying to keep her on the canvas, but no good. Drag and screw. Trish Stratus turning the tables on Patti. Patti back up, locks up Trish Stratus, shoves her down. Oh man, she just rolled her over, ass over tea kettle. Huh. Patti countered by Trish Stratus. Knee to the midsection from Patti, a kick to the midsection from Trish. Another shove down to the canvas to Trish Stratus from Powerhouse Patti Powers. Headbutt. Oh wow. Patti Powers definitely exploiting that power thing that she's got going. Now trying to unscrew her head like a bottle cap. Trish Stratus getting her head beaten across the canvas. From the Women's Gulf Coast champion. Has her by the hair, has her. Oh man, pitches her up and drops her down. Trish Stratus catching it again. Patti Powers. Looks like she's pretty well. She's in the front of a hometown crowd, so she's got all the advantage in the world. Trish Stratus whips Patti to the corner. Charges. Running splash takes Patti down to the canvas. Patti's rounded up hard. Forearm takes Patti down. Trish with a stomp and a kick to the chest. Patti Powers trying to get back up here. Trish Stratus slams her back down on the canvas again. Rounds her up. Locks her up. Hard whip over the top rope out onto the apron. Patti gets tagged with the right down. She goes to the outside. Trish Stratus up on the top turnbuckle. Goes air. Big time crossbody from 10 feet up. Right across Patti Powers. Follows it up with a stomp. The referee is already counting. Hard right from Patti. Trish driven into the barricade. Patti Powers pitches Trish Stratus towards the far corner on the outside. Makes her way back inside. Trash talking Trish Stratus. Referee Willie Johnson still counting Trish. Patti starts the count all over again by coming out a hard right. And a nice hip toss from Trish Stratus. Misses with the rolling elbow on the hardwood floor. I know that hurt. Running kick from Patti Powers, followed up with a series of stomps. Front and back. And now, oh man, pushing all her weight into Trish's back while gouging her face. Well, they're on the outside. The referee's counting. I guess it's okay. Trish back up on her feet. Counters and escapes that one. Patti Powers back up on her feet too. Misses with the chop, catches her with a headbutt instead. The referee continues to count. Trish counters with a kick, gets back up on her feet, moves in on Patti Powers, makes her way back inside the ring instead. Here comes Patti right after her. Trish catches a right from Patti. They lock up. Trish with a kick to Patti. Patti Powers being taken to the ropes by Trish Stratus. Trish rounds Patti up. Calls for it. There it is. The Stratusfaction. And there's the cover. 1, 2. But no, Patti Powers kicking out of Stratusfaction. That's Powerhouse Patti for you. Trish Stratus rounds Patti back up. Kick to the midsection and a DDT. Patti Powers on the receiving end here. Patti counters, slams Trish down to the canvas. Hard right from Patti. A clothesline. Patti Powers jogs her way up to the top turnbuckle. Trish Stratus laid out just about center ring. Trish making her way to a standing position here. Here it goes. Big time crossbody with a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Well now. Shut up. Trish Stratus still not ready to give up here. The Women's Gulf Coast title on the line. Patti Powers has her up. Powerbomb. Now Trish Stratus catching the business from Powerhouse Patti. Both ladies roll out. Trish falls to the floor. Elbow across the chest from Patti Powers. Trish counters with a kick to the head. Trish again makes her way back inside first. Closely followed by Patti Powers. Hard right spins Trish around. Patti goes behind. Has her up, drops her down. Right on her butt. Trish Stratus with a jawjacker backs Patti Powers off. A hard right stuns Patti. Whip to the ropes. Trish Stratus countered by Patti with a hard right. Another hard right stuns Trish. Another one spins her around. Up over the shoulders. Look at this, into a torture rack. Possible submission here. Referee checking on Trish Stratus. Patti Powers trying to rack a submission out of Trish Stratus. But no, Trish, with a couple of shots to the head, gets herself disengaged. Goes behind on Patti, nails her with a right. Whips her to the corner. Trish Stratus makes her way towards Patti. Patti locks her up first. whips her to the opposing far corner, charges. Trish counters the running splash, goes behind on Patti, neckbreaker. Trish Stratus, determined to get that women's Gulf Coast title. Patti drives a knee into her midsection. Trish whipped to the ropes. Patti lines up the arm. Trish Stratus counters with a forearm. Trish Stratus. Here we go with the Whirlicane Rana. Patti taken for a ride. Patti Powers making her way to the far corner. Trish right there to put boots to the chest of Powerhouse Patti. Patti Powers in a bit of a spot here. Trish Stratus misses with that rolling elbow again. Patti with a running boot to the face takes her down hard. Man. Patti catches a kick to the midsection. Swing. Oh, look at this quick counter from Patti Powers. A basement drop kick to the back of Trish Stratus. Rolls her over, goes for the cover, and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Patti Powers retains the Women's Gulf Coast Championship by pinfall. That's it.
The time was 7 minutes 40 seconds. Your winner and still Women's Gulf Coast Champion, Patti Powers.
And with that, it's back-to-back singles title defense wins for both members of American Powers. Patti outlasting Trish and taking the wind out of her sails just long enough for the 3-count pinfall to win the Gulf Coast title and her Triple Crown status, all in one neat little bundle. Looks like AP is back on top of things again.
And folks, when we come back, the Women's World Championship, Jeannie Dynamite and Die on the Titaness.